On this episode of Salt and Siren, there's plenty more driving, and then there's co-pilots, and there's visits to the boat, and then there's more driving. Well, I'll just let you follow along. Welcome. So for those of you who don't know, I am a long-distance mother, and I've been traveling a lot to see my kids since he was a little baby. And I often meet his dad in Nashville to pick him up because he lives in Florida. So got to spend some really quality time with my co-pilot, and nice to bring him home to Indianapolis for a little city time.
So I gotta be honest, this morning I had this beautiful talk prepared for you, and then I just trashed the whole thing.
So before heading back to our grand adventure, of course we had to work, right? That's what we do in Indy. We're only part-time Liveaboards right now. So Todd was working, and I had speaking engagements and client work that I had to get to. And the rest of the time was really just spending time with my wee one. And he loves the city, and I love to show it to him.
All right, so this is the weekend number 2, right?
Yep.
Since we skipped a weekend for other stuff. And we're headed back up.
Yeah, we had to go get Evan.
So we have Evan.
He's way behind you. Keep going. Keep going.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. He's hiding back there.
So we have a co-pilot in the car.
Yes.
And we're headed up. We got some tools, got some ideas, a lot of good intentions. We got all the blinds hung last time, so we got to take some measurements.
We have one more to hang.
We got one more to hang because it was a little too big. We found a replacement for it. And then we're just going to start tackling the engine room and cleaning up some more stuff and making room for our stuff. Pretty much it.
That's it.
It's an update for now. We'll fill you in as we get into the flow. This is midnight provisioning at Target. From Target.
We were all pretty exhausted by this point, and we called it a night pretty quickly because we had so much work to do the next morning. Well, some of us.
Some of us are outside working our asses off, and some of us are in here lounging because they have headaches. Supposedly.
I'm good now.
Yeah.
I'm good now. Here.
Do you see this, everybody? Do you see this? What's happening right now? Meanwhile.
So yeah, we got a little boat work done. And some of us ended up in the water probably more times than not. Summer vacations are awesome, aren't they? And we just thought it would be great to clean the boat up as much as we could before enjoying any of the boat show or any of the festivities, and before we even worked in the engine room. But you know, it's really been fun to learn everything. Did I mention some people ended up in the lake a lot? I did manage to head out next to Lake Michigan for a great walk. It was super, super hot this weekend. That's the convention center. It's right next to the water there. And there's this great path that runs all the way down, kind of north side to south side. It's a huge long path for bikers, walkers, runners, that sort of thing. And I'm just always astonished at how beautiful the water is in Lake Michigan. And everything was blooming and growing, a stark difference from what you normally see in the Windy City, especially in wintertime. So we did manage to lounge a little bit and then headed to the boat show. After a quick stroll through the boat show, we went to Chicago Pizza, of course. Can anyone explain this to me? Why? It really was a wonderful weekend to make memories with my co-pilot, and I can't wait to take him back to the boat. Let's drive again, shall we? But this time let's make it a nice 15-hour drive. So I am in Destin, Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, and I'm bringing my son home, and we thought this, will probably be the place that we'll end up, at least while we're transitioning to full-time liveaboard life, because my son is here. It just makes sense. And so I went to a marina, Emerald Coast Marina, today, which is on the bay side. Yeah, we thought we'd look around there, and so I did a tour and talked to the folks over there, and we like it because it's an area where there's brackish water. And with our boat having never seen salt water, which we'll probably have to go through salt water to get to, I realize, but the growth there, as you can look on the docks and stuff like that, is very nil. And we thought, well, that might be a good transition for the boat as we're trying to get it warmed up to a saltwater environment. It's a great marina. I think it would be a great fit for what we're looking for, but I'm going to visit a few others. So hopefully in a few days I'll go check out a few others that are nearby and just see what the area has to offer. So while I'm in Florida scoping out possibilities, some being better than others, Todd decided to head to Chicago to do his own work on the boat and get a few things done while I was gone. He likes to play and tinker, and he knew he wanted to do some extra work in the engine room, get things more organized, and get some lighting up. And boy, did he do and put in some great effort, because it turned out beautiful. And I set off again to do some other marina searches and took in the views. Look how crazy that is. So fun. And just went from marina to marina, just kind of hopping around to see what I could find, talk to whomever I could chat with about that particular marina, and just took some notes and got some information. It was really helpful to know what's there and not there. I do believe this is the one we will end up in. This is Emerald Coast, and it's up in Niceville. It's really protected, brackish water, and I don't know. We'll see what happens and how busy they get and see if the timing works out. So I spent a little time on the beach and just tried to enjoy my last few moments with Evan and get ready to pack up and come home. Next time on Salt and Siren, we start thinking about what we're going to do with things like this. And we're going to go ahead and get inspired and see what you guys think. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.